Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my quick 10-minute makeup while I share 5 tips on how you can pour back into yourself for 2024. My name is Shamoy. If this is your first time here, on Mondays I like to share self-care videos. So I figured, you know what, since I have to get ready to shoot some content, why not make it into, part of the self-care, okay? I'm not someone who's gonna teach you how to do your makeup, but I figured this would be a fun way for me to do my self-care episodes without just sitting and talking to the camera. I'm actually doing something else. So if you guys like this style of video, be sure to let me know so I can do more of it. I'll either do my makeup or my skincare while I talk about my self-care. So I'm going to share with you guys 5 tips on how you can pour back into yourself, but also the 5 things that I'm going to be doing to pour back into myself for 2024. All right, so I have to do my quick makeup. You guys know I don't like to sit here and do my makeup all day. So we're going to just get this face together. Can you look at the skin right now? I just did my skincare. I had a little breakout last week, so that is still clearing up, but the glow, this is why I don't wear makeup, because I love seeing my skin like this. But what is my quick 5-10 minute makeup is just concealer, a little contour, set everything, put on a little lip gloss, and that's my quick makeup. I'm not gonna prime the face because the skincare is the prime. The skincare is the prime. So let's go right into doing my brows. I actually need new makeup. I need to declutter and get new makeup, but I just kind of reorganize everything that I have and can use, because 2024 we're gonna fall back in love with makeup. I haven't been doing my makeup consistently. I put a little dabble here and there, but I have not been doing my makeup, but I want to fall back in love with it. So I will be doing my makeup more, hopefully, this year. So this is a brow gel. You just brush your brows in place and it just makes your brows look like you did something. So that is what I'm doing, just brushing it up and groom it into place. See the difference? All right, so we're gonna get into these 5 tips. So if this is your first time hearing the term pouring back into yourself, you're probably like, what does that even mean? Like, pouring into myself? What does that mean? That means being slightly selfish at times, making yourself a priority, doing things for you, putting yourself first. Those are all the different ways. Pouring into yourself is just a term that a lot of people now use when it comes to self-care. So, new terms mean the same thing. So putting yourself first, that's as easy as it gets. You guys probably hear people say a lot of times that you cannot pour from an empty cup. You have to make sure you're all around well before you can really be there for people, because if you're depleted, you're not really gonna be your best self. So that's what that means. Like, you cannot pour from an empty cup, and I love using that term. It just makes so much sense. Like, if you're trying to explain it to someone, tell them you cannot pour from an empty cup. Okay, so yeah, a lot of time and I'm gonna go into some concealer right now. Let me see. All this makeup probably expired, girl. I don't even know. Let me find one that is decent. I'm gonna use the NYX Bear With Me, if it will focus. NYX Bear With Me concealer serum. So it's pretty lightweight. Bring you guys in a little bit, so close. Ooh, you can see my pores. But yeah, I'm gonna use a little concealer under the eye and put a little bit on the back of my hand. And I'm gonna use like a flat brush here just to put it where I want it to be. This is pretty much close. This is pretty close to my skin complexion, so it's not like a bright highlighter, and you can use this just to kind of even out your skin tone. Get rid of the little darkness under the eye. See that? Just brighten up under the eye. A lot of times when people hear the term put yourself first, especially You know, if they're married, if they have kids, they're like, put myself first, but I have my kids and I have my husband and I have this and I have to take care of this person. I have to do this. And they just find themselves just existing in everybody else's world and not doing anything for themselves. You cannot help these people unless you make sure you're okay, because if not, you're gonna end up like just being resentful, being angry, you know, being down, being depressed, because you're not taking care of yourself. You're not stopping and taking a moment to care for yourself. So you need to, I don't care what situation you're in, you need to pour into yourself. You need to make sure you're good. Take a moment, check in with yourself, male or female. Male or female. You still need to take care of yourself, make sure you're good. That way you can be the best person for everybody else, and you can truly be there for other people, because we need other people and we have to be there for other people. That is the part of my journey that I'm currently in, is building community and just refocusing on helping others and all that stuff. But I can't do that until I stopped and take care of myself. Now that I have, I feel like I'm in a better position, a better mindset to be there for others without, you know, letting myself down type of thing. So I still ain't even shared tip number 1 yet. So tip number 1 for 2024 that you should try doing to pour back into yourself is breaking bad habits. That is the first thing I'm doing. I've been doing it since last year, but this year I'm going to continue and try to even be better at it. And that is just breaking bad habits. What are some bad habits that I feel like I've had that I can do, like I can break and get better at for myself? One of the many habits, and I spoke about this in my mood board last week when I shared that video. One of those ways that I can do that is, or one of the areas that I feel like I lack or had a bad habit, is going to bed late, not prioritizing my sleep. That was one of the first things I feel like I needed to change this year. So what does that mean for me? That means not fighting sleep. How many times have we fight sleep? Like, you're sleepy, but you're like, no, I gotta watch all of these episodes because the show is going somewhere, which is not. Or, oh, I'm just gonna stay up a little bit longer to do this, to do that. Next thing you know, you're going to bed late, you're waking up late. Now you're mad because you're late for work, or you didn't get to do the things you really wanted to do. So that, I feel like, was the first thing I needed to work on. So what I've been doing, I literally put that on my habit tracker this year. Go to bed early, on time, wake up early, on time, so I can be the most productive that I want to be in my daily routines, because those habits are gonna form routines, and next thing you know, you're meeting your goals. So I talked about that a little bit. So that's the first thing. No longer fighting sleep, prioritizing sleep. I make sure it don't matter what time I go to bed, unless I have an appointment to go to, I'm gonna wake up in 8 hours. There's a couple times that my body's like, okay, wake up, you know, but for the most part, I'm gonna wake up in 8 hours. So if I go to bed at 10, I'm gonna wake up at 6. So that's my little routine there, but I've been working on that, and so far it's been good. The latest I slept in was today. I actually woke up at 8, but I did go to bed after 12. So technically, I got my 8 hours. I'll tell you that. This is the Milk New Contour Stick. I don't know why. There you go. Milk Contour Stick. This is so creamy and so rich. Like, do you see that color? So yeah, put a little contour just to reshape the face, get rid of this little double chin here. But yeah, this is the first time I slept in a little while. So proud of myself for prioritizing sleep and just breaking bad habits. Whatever your habit is that you feel like you need to work on it. This is the year of just meeting our goals. So let's work on those bad habits. Let's see what else I have written down here. Whew. The next bad habit that I've been working on is taking social media breaks, or just removing certain social media accounts from my page. I feel like because we saw everybody just, we were here when social media got created. So it was like excitement. You have to follow every celebrity. You have to follow every fashion page, every beauty page, every makeup page, every news page. I follow everybody, every show that I watch, everything. Like, what was the reason? What was the reason of me following some of these pages? I've been asking myself that for a while, and I finally, late last year, I don't remember what month it was, but I finally unfollowed a couple of the blogs. The first one that had to go was the Shade Room because it was toxic. It became so toxic, and I was like, okay, this was not why I followed it in the first place. I followed it to get news. Yeah, just breaking news, little celebrity news here and there, but it became so toxic and I unfollowed it. And another thing I've been doing recently is no social media till after like 9 a.m. Sometimes 8, but 9 is like my ideal goal. And what that means for me is if I wake up at 6:30, which is like my scheduled time to wake up, I'll get up, I'll get myself awake, you know, brush your teeth, wash your face, that type of stuff. Then I go into my devotional. And that takes me about an hour and a half, depending on what I'm reading or what the message is about. And I'll explain a little bit more about that in probably my vlogs, you know, about what I'm doing in, or maybe in my morning routine or something that's coming soon. But I do that, so that takes me about an hour, so say 8 after 8. And then I'm supposed to get up, get dressed for the gym. If I need to eat something before the gym, I'll do that. And just kind of get myself ready, put on my gym outfit, go to the gym, and then when I'm done with my workout, then I can go scroll Instagram and TikTok and see what I missed. Now, before that, I do check my notification. I've said this before. I check my notification because, yes, you never know what happened. Like, somebody was trying to get a hold of you and news break and all that stuff. So I do check my notifications, and I sometimes check my email as well. I'll check my WhatsApp because that's where I have family and friends, just to make sure everybody's good. I'm just saying. In regards to like just scrolling, no more of that. Like, we're setting limits. And the last thing I did this year was removed a ton more blogs from my page. I was holding on to this one blog site because when I initially followed them, they were so fun. Their captions were funny and just light, and that's why I followed them. I thought it was going to be a lot different from the Shade Room, because to me that's what it was created for. It was created to be kind of the opposite of the Shade Room and just be light and funny, but that's not what it's been lately. I feel like I don't need to know every single thing about these new social media stars, and I don't even want to call them celebrities because in my opinion, half of them are not celebrities. They're just popular people, and I do not need to know every single thing that they do. They went to the bathroom and the blogs posted. They bought a new car, the blog posted. I'm like, this is just way too much. And it's not even the achievements or the funny things. It's the drama. It's the relationship stuff that we don't need to know. Why is everybody on podcasts telling everything? I don't need to know. I don't need to know how many partners you had, how many relationships you had. Like, I really do not need to know all of that. So yeah, I finally pulled the plug and unfollowed a bunch of them. And as I'm scrolling my, not that drive down fast. As I'm scrolling my Instagram these days, if I come across a page that I'm just like, why am I following you? A celebrity, why am I following you? Certain people, I'm just like, I do not need to know your everyday dealings. Makeup brands that I've never bought from, news page that don't really report the truth. Like, I don't need to follow them. So that's what I've been doing. So that's how you break bad habits. Is it a slightly boring at times and you're like, ooh, I wish I knew a little bit more? But no, remove it. Now when I open my Instagram, it's all like positivity, it's all light, and I'm seeing people that I want to see and images I want to see and motivational stuff that I want to see. So I love that for me. That's what I've been doing. So if you're struggling with that, this is your chance to go ahead and unfollow those blogs because it makes zero sense. So that's my skin now. Little concealer, little contour, very light. I'm gonna set everything with powder. I'm gonna use this Sephora powder that I have not used in a really, I don't know why nothing is focusing. I think I have it on manual focus or something. But, excuse me. Anyway, Sephora setting powder. And that's gonna lead me into tip number 2, working on your mind. What does that mean? That means feeding yourself with positivity. Whatever it is that you like to do for positivity. For me, I told you guys I like listening to the Brown Girl podcast. And there's a couple of new podcasts that I actually just started following this week. So I haven't really listened to them yet. There's another influencer on here that is Christian and she has a podcast. And I didn't know she had a YouTube. I follow her on TikTok and Instagram, but the other day I came across her YouTube channel and I love her page. So I saw she had a podcast, so I went ahead and followed that. And somebody else, oh, Sarah Jakes also, I guess she still posts on her podcast, so I followed that as well. So yeah, podcast to me, I love to follow. It's like another self-care episode, Brown Girl Self-Care. I'll be just like vibing. I take a shower and I listen to that. Maybe you like to listen podcasts while you drive. Just whatever the case might be, like feed into that stuff. I am not a big read a book girl. So there's a lot of people out there who will read 100 and something, 200 books per year. I am not that girl. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to do 1 book per month. I finally finished up that self-help book called what is it called? The self-sabotage one. I finally finished that up, so now I purchased another self book that I'm gonna be reading. Hopefully I can finish it in these last 10 days, or maybe I'll try to finish or read Sarah Jakes Roberts' last book. But yeah, feed whatever it is that feed your soul. For me, the podcast, music, listening to a scripture every week. I've been making that a priority as well. You guys know I actually found 2 more people while I was at the salon. They mentioned 2 other preachers, females, that I should check out. So I'm gonna be checking those out. And just whatever feeds your spirit. If you like to read, read. If you like to, listen to a podcast, then do more of that. Like, do more of the things that are positive. Those are what we're doing in 2024. All right. Tip number 3, being more intentional about everything that you do for yourself. I've mentioned this tip before. If you guys are new, definitely check out the Self-Care Podcast. I talk to Self-Care Podcasts. If you're new here, definitely check out my self-care playlist. I did do a couple videos on setting boundaries, learning to say no, just all those things. So be sure to check that out. But I talked about being intentional, and what that means is like literally like scheduling things you want to do for yourself. So if you're like, hey, you know what? I haven't been doing my nails and I want to start getting my nails done. Look at your calendar. Maybe you work 5 days a week, but you're like, maybe I can go on the 3rd Saturday of the month. Put that on your calendar. Put it on your calendar that you want to do that thing for yourself. So whether it's your skincare, I literally put that on my habit tracker for the month, making sure I'm doing my nighttime skincare, making sure I'm reading for 15 minutes. I'm being intentional with the things I want to do for myself. You guys already know I do my nails once a month. My hair I just got done, but that's usually I don't do that. But yeah, just being intentional. Schedule time for yourself. So I put on here nails, massages. I used to get monthly massages. I no longer get those. Maybe bath time. Maybe you're like, I don't want to. Maybe you only have that one Sunday that you can do bath time. Put it on schedule. Put it on the schedule. Maybe you like to go for a ride. You like to go for bike rides. Put it on your schedule. Once a week, once a month, whatever it is you want to do. I said I want to go to the gym 3 days a week. I've been doing it. So you schedule it and you find that you start to make a habit to do these things, become a part of your routine, and next thing you know, you're actually doing it. So that's what I've been doing. So you should try it. Give it a try and see how that works out for you. Set everything, let that dry. And then I'm gonna put on some mascara and a lip gloss, and that's it. All right, tip number 4, down to tip number 5, and that is making outs a priority, or removing things that doesn't serve you. Now, if you're on social media, you've probably been seeing at the beginning of the year, a lot of people were doing their ins and outs, and they were saying the things they want to get rid of this year and what are the things they want to do more of this year. So the ins and the outs. So making outs a priority. Sometimes making outs a priority actually mean removing things from your life, things or people from your life. Like, that's the thing. So making those things a priority, decluttering your space, because a lot of time when we have clutter, we get anxiety. I know I do. You get unmotivated. You feel you just want to lay on the couch. You don't want to do anything. But when your space is organized, I literally cannot explain the feeling of when I walk into certain rooms, when I open certain drawers. You just feel you just feel a certain type of way that is hard to explain. Like your closet, when you walk in there and it's organized, instead of you walk in there and there's things everywhere and you're like, ugh, I can't find anything. Like, you don't want to feel like that. You want to walk in and just be like, it's a new day. Let me find a new shirt. Let me put on something cute. Like, it's a whole different feeling. I promise you guys. Something as small as organizing your skincare drawer can make such a difference with the way you approach your skincare and make you want to do more of your skincare because it just looks good. Negative self-talk. We got to get rid of that. Because negative self-talk just leads to, after a while, you start to believe it. Like, if I was to go into the mirror and call myself fat and ugly and unattractive or all these things, if I was to do that, after a while you start to believe it, and next thing you know, you're depressed or you're feeling down or angry or whatever the emotion might be. But we have to get rid of negative self-talk. I'm not the type of person to put sticky notes on the mirror with affirmations, but if I see one, I read it. I speak positivity into my day. Like, the way you approach, like if you just wake up and you're like, oh, another day, I don't want to, do anything. If you approach your day like that, you're not going to get anything done. You have to get up, you have to look at the sun, you have to open the blinds and just be like, it's a new day. It's a beautiful day. Look at the sun, it's shining. Like, you have to speak positivity over your day, over yourself, over the people around you, and it will change the mood. It will change the environment. It will just make everything else just better. It doesn't mean that you're not gonna have a rough day, a difficult day, or get into an argument with someone or something, but your approach can make a difference. So that's my tip for that. Let me see if I forgot anything. Self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. That's a note to me. You guys know, like I said, I just finished reading that book about self-sabotage. I am guilty of that. I almost self-sabotaged today and shooting all this content because a part of me just wanted to go lay down. Literally, I didn't start shooting till an hour ago. Literally. So I'm guilty of that. So I have to stop doing that. If there's a video I want to film, like this video to you guys about 5 ways to pour into yourself, get up and get it done instead of talking myself out of it. Next thing you know, I don't film it. And yeah, we're gonna stop self-sabotaging. Get up and get it done. That's the mood for 2024. And the last one I wrote under tip number 5 was comparison. So yeah, comparisons. So many times. I keep seeing this on social media too. I keep seeing other influencers talk about how many times they felt like quitting because they were comparing their content to other people, thinking they need to edit this way, they need to shoot this way. And I can relate. I can relate. In December, was it December or November? I joined this group, the Lemon 8 beauty group, I think it was, and I was so excited. I was like, ooh, you have a little community, you can share your links or share your posts and more people will see it. And they had a couple challenges in the beginning, like, okay, post what's in your bag, post your favorite products. And at first it was like fun. It was like, okay, I can do this. I've been wanting to film a what's in my bag anyway, and I'm coming back from vacation in Jamaica. I was like, okay, I can film that real quick, no big deal. After a while it just became too much because they were like, people with the most posts, and I get it, you know, the people with the most posts have a better chance to like win, but it was like the key people in the group were also in the competition and they're doing 15 different what's in my bag. To me, that's not realistic for me because I have my one errands bag and my work bag, which ain't nothing aesthetic. And then everything was all aesthetic. Like everything in their purse was pink. Everything in their purse was green. And I was like, this is just too much. So after like the first part of the competition and sharing certain things, I was like, okay, I can't keep up with that. I'm never gonna win because I can't do 15 posts for everything that I do. So I end up just kind of not even worrying about it. And starting the new year, I'm like, I'm not. I guess I'm never gonna be discovered. I'm never gonna like, hold on, because I'm about to mess up this eye. Ooh, the struggle. Ooh. Here comes the eyes watering. But yeah, I was like, I'm never gonna win this competition because 15 of each thing that they're trying to, no. So yeah, we have to stop comparing. Like, let's just do me. You're gonna like me for me and the type of content that I create. I'm not gonna be doing, I like aesthetics, don't get me wrong. I like filming something cute and unboxing and showing my nails and all the cute things, but I can't keep up with these people. I can't keep up with these people. So I'm just gonna stop and get back to the basics. And that's why I told you guys I want to get back to washing my hair and sharing my natural hair stuff and all of that, because that's what I started my YouTube channel for, to share beginner friendly hair products, makeup, skincare. And now I've added like organizing that I love, a little bit of home decor, a little bit of fashion. Like, I'm just gonna share what I like. And either people gonna follow me for being organic and genuine, or they're just not gonna care. And it is what it is. So I'm at that point where I'm okay with that. I am okay with just my little community of people that watch and support me. So just my little rant. And then we have a little bonus tip to pour back into yourself. And let me zoom out. Well, actually, let me put on my lip gloss. Let me put on my lip gloss and then we'll talk about this last tip. So I'm putting on Fenty cream. Fenty cream. Go. All right, so let me zoom back out because I just feel like y'all are just way too close, baby. Way too close. All right, so that leads me into my bonus tip that I'm gonna share with you guys, and it is just slowing down and being present. I feel like a lot of times we are on robots. We are just like, wake up, work, come home, go to sleep, take care of the kids, take care of the family, go to sleep. It is just robotic. Like, we're not living in the moment. We're not enjoying the moment. We're just living. We're just existing at that point. So you have to stop and slow down so you can really be present and enjoy the things. When you walk outside, pay attention to what's around you. Like I stepped outside the other day and I was like, oh, the stars. I can't tell the last time I actually stopped and looked at the stars. And I stood there and I looked at the stars. I cannot literally tell you the last time I looked up at the sky at night. So I stopped and I did that and I was like, wow, the sky, the stars look so beautiful. Yeah, I know it sounds dreamy, but literally that's what I did. So being present, enjoying things more than just doing it. Like whatever you're doing, you're cleaning, be more intentional, try to enjoy it more, try to think, you know, just be in the moment. When you're with your family, be in the moment. Like, yes, I like to film everything, but I try to sometimes just be like, okay, this is a dinner, I'm gonna focus on just being present. This is me watching this show, I'm gonna be present. Whatever it is, just be present and enjoy. Just be present and enjoy it. Do that thing that you've been wanting to do. Look at me, color in my hair. I have wanted to do this for so long, like 2 years now. I was like, I should do color, I should do color. And the first time I was like, oh, I'm scared to do it. It's gonna break, it's gonna damage. No, do the thing you've been wanting to do. Okay, I got that color now. I feel new, I feel brand new. Can't say nothing to me. So yeah, do that thing you've been wanting to do. Maybe you've wanted to go skydiving. Maybe you wanted to go on a cruise. Whatever it is you wanted to do that thing you've wanted to do. So I'm gonna leave that with you guys. That is my final tip for you guys on ways to pour back into yourself for 2024. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me and hearing these tips. Let me know down below which one of these tips resonated with you the most. Which one of these you'll be practicing. Start small, work your way in, break some bad habits, build your routine, meet your goals, okay? So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give your girl a like, comment on this video, share it with someone that you might think needs to hear this. Give your girl a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all. Shawty, come